All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're going to be talking about the Houston Texans. CJ Stroud is so much the truth. It's not even funny. He just torched the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, they're legit. Like, they are extremely legit. CJ Stroud throws up 39, including a game-winning touchdown drive with less than a minute to go in the fourth quarter. He finished the day, guys, with a rookie record. It's crazy because by the end of CJ Stroud's rookie season, I guarantee you we're going to have a list. I mean, we kind of already have a list of all of the rookie records that this dude is breaking and is going to break. It's insane. Like, it genuinely is insane. CJ Stroud this afternoon, 30 of 42. Dude, this is not Madden. 470 yards, 5 touchdowns. And what's crazy about it, he's playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, which, by the way, led the NFL in takeaways before today. 0 interceptions. CJ Stroud threw for 470 yards with 470 freaking yards. 470 freaking yards, dude. 5 touchdowns and 0 interceptions against an clearly above average defense. I mean, I guess that wasn't as evident today, but listen, man, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is clearly above average. I mean, it's insane. These dudes are wide open. When they're not wide open and they've got a little bit of separation, CJ Stroud is making the right he's just throwing with precision. He's in control of these games. I mean, guys, it's crazy. It is literally crazy. So before we get any further into tonight's video, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. I try to post at least one Texans video every single week. So guys, if you're trying to get this video to 250 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. Shout out to Trevor Lawrence for being on a bye week. I picked up CJ Stroud. I don't know who dropped CJ Stroud in my fantasy football league. This dude, I mean, it's insane. It's literally insane, dude. The Texans today, this afternoon, there was no Dameon Pierce. Devin Singletary gets the start. 13 rushes for only 26 yards. The Houston Texans as a team only rushed for 53 yards. I mean, they were like 4 yards away from 500. And that was thanks and due to CJ Stroud. Noah Brown, 6 catches, 153 yards and a touchdown. Dalton Schultz, he started a little bit slow, but in the last month or so, the dude's gotten a touchdown in every single game. The dude's, these guys are wide open. I mean, shout out to the Houston Texans coaching staff. These dudes are literally wide open on so many of these throws. Now, I don't want to discredit CJ Stroud because he's still making phenomenal throws, but like, so many of these plays, these dudes are open. Dalton Schultz, 10 catches, 160 yards and a touchdown. Tank Dell, 6 catches, 114 yards and 2 touchdowns. My starting wide receiver number 2, Nico Collins, 3 catches, 54 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, it's literally crazy. But if you guys, you'll see it on SportsCenter if you haven't already. If you haven't even at least caught the highlights of this game, I mean, this is clearly game of the week. I've got, Bengals, Bengals, Bills on right now. It's not going to be game of the week. This was game of the week. The Houston Texans versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I remember D'Amico Ryan saying something like this. We might not be the best roster, right? You just gave, like, your defense, for example, just gave up 37 points. You only had 53 rushing yards. There were like double digit. They had like 12 penalties for 110 yards. It's not perfect, but this team will outwork you every single game. I mean, they'll outwork you every single game. They put up 29 points in the second half. They started a little bit slow. 17 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, CJ Stroud, less than a minute to go. This dude is throwing absolute darts. These guys are open. I mean, the future is so bright. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but like, this is one of, I love Deshaun Watson. I just want to say, or at least, let me recant that. I actually still like Deshaun Watson, so let me recant the recant. Deshaun Watson with the Houston Texans, I loved that entire tenure. Obviously, the whole, incidents, that's a whole separate thing. We're not getting into that. But this dude, CJ Stroud, I mean, it reminds me of that. I remember just a couple of years ago being in college, watching Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans playing playoff football, being like, yeah, let's freaking go. Houston sports are back, and the Houston Texans, man, they're 4-4. And here's the thing, they've surpassed their win total from last season already. We're not even halfway into the season. We're 8 games into the season. The Houston Texans might genuinely, I mean, they might make the playoffs, and they might literally win a playoff game because of CJ Stroud. I mean, this dude is so much the truth. One thing I want to say, because I'm a big college football fan, I'm a Notre Dame Fighting Irish football fan. Ohio State Buckeye supporters, I mean, these guys are awesome. I love to see an Ohio State quarterback just kind of flip the narrative. I watched Justin Fields. Man, I'm a Chicago guy. I watched Justin Fields play in college. I watch him on the Chicago Bears. I hate the rap that the Ohio State quarterbacks have gotten in the last couple of years, especially with guys like Justin Fields and CJ Stroud making their impacts in the NFL. But guys, this team might literally finish 9-8, and it's the biggest. I just want to say this. Let me re-preface this. The Houston Texans right now are 4-4. Okay, they've clearly got their guy. They clearly have their franchise cornerstone in CJ Stroud. What this team is doing already, even though we're halfway into the season and the next 8-9 games could prove differently, I mean, this is the storyline of the National Football League this season. I mean, what CJ Stroud is doing, what DeMeco Ryans has implemented offensively, defensively, just overall culture. I mean, dude, I can't imagine being a Texans fan right now. I'm a freaking Packers fan. We got, the 20-3 win against the Los Angeles Rams. Jordan Love didn't show me much today. The things I would do to have a guy like CJ Stroud on my football team, I mean, it's unspeakable. It's unspeakable. I would do crazy things to have this dude on my football team. That final drive, I mean, it's spectacular. It's spectacular. This dude's in control of the game. He's in control of like pre and post game pressers. These guys clearly love CJ. I mean, it's clear as day that this dude has talent, especially now that we're halfway through his rookie season. The culture that the Houston Texans have right now, I'm enamored by it. I really am. I'm completely enamored by the culture that DeMeco Ryans has implemented. And I remember all season, heading into the draft, my 2 quarterbacks were CJ Stroud and Anthony Richardson. I have respect and I have love for Bryce Young, but oh my goodness, is night and day difference between CJ Stroud and Bryce Young right now. This isn't an anti-Bryce Young video, but you guys get the point I'm getting at. CJ Stroud with 470 receiving yards, or could you imagine, passing yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, the game-winning drive. I mean, it's just spectacular. To put it bluntly, it is spectacular. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button, and we will see you next time. But guys, most importantly, how are you feeling about the Texans? Let me know down below.